And
Hey,
we're here. Hey,
welcome
everybody.
back, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Meaty Mondays with the Fierce FeLions. I'm Laura from Healthy Carnivore. We are so glad that you guys are here with us tonight, whether you're watching us live or on the replay. What about you, Robyn?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back, and welcome to anybody who is new here. My name is Robyn Heron, and I am your carnivorous grandma. And I'm super excited to be back with you guys once again. It's going to be an amazing show. We're going to talk about some health hacks. So I'm very, very excited. Hey, G.
Hey, y'all. Look, y'all see me sitting back here. Just couldn't wait. I got some things to show to you guys. Like Laura said, whether it's live or replay. Hi, everybody. I'm G Brown, the lifestyle changer. My channel is Hanging with the Browns. Frederick always get me because I don't have it up there, but Hanging with the Browns. When you get in, go ahead and put down in the comments, give us a hello. We like y'all. But right now, take it, Laura. What we got?
All right. So we're going to start out with our segment called News That We Can Use with Rhonda. Carnivore Leo is her channel name if you want to go follow her. She's going to share some great updates for us. So take it away.
All right, here we go. Let's get it, make it big.
Hi, I'm Rhonda at Carnivore Leo, bringing you news you can use from the carnivore community. Today's topic is about personal hacks for carnivore diet success. I recently read a news article from The Hill, which I will post in the description box below, talking about how meat prices are really going up. And the article also mentioned that 2024 may be the year where meat prices reach an all-time high. So this led me to look into money-saving hacks. I will share a couple of the hacks I recently adopted. The first hack is to always buy in bulk and stock up on any meat deals that you come across. Keep an eye out at your local grocery stores or go to places where you purchase meat. Anytime you see your favorite meats go on sale, try to stock up and buy as much as you can and store all of that amazing meat in the freezer. Meat that is properly sealed can last up to 1 year in the freezer. If you can invest in a vacuum sealer, that will also help your meat stay fresh in the freezer for longer. Now, to help you find all of the best meat deals and discounts near you, I highly recommend downloading the app called Flip, F-L-I-P-P. It's a free shopping app that offers deals, savings, and weekly digital flyers from nearby retailers. The Flip app can be easily downloaded on both iOS and Android devices. To download the app, please visit the App Store or the Google Play Store. However, if you prefer to use Flip on your desktop or laptop, head over to the Flip website at flipp.com. You can browse weekly digital flyers from retailers near you or search for the specific items you need. You can filter exactly what discounts you want this app to tell you about. So they really make it easy to filter out all of the best carnivore ingredients and cuts of meat that any carnivore would want to save money on. You just let the app notify you whenever there are discounts, and it will show you which grocery store and what deals they offer. I did download the app on my iPhone. However, I'm going to show you the Flip website on my laptop. So once you go to flipp.com, you'll see a menu on the left-hand side, which you can browse weekly ads and coupons. And you can also sort the weekly ads and coupons by the category here below. And I'm going to select groceries. So all the ads for the groceries populate here by the store names. And if you want to add your favorite stores to your favorites, all you do is select the heart button right here and it'll add it to your favorites. So I selected Sprouts and You see, when I go to my favorites, there's Sprouts, and I also have Costco listed. And as I stated previously, you can sort specific carnivore items by going to your shopping list here on the right-hand side, and then you'll see recommended items populate here. And I selected the carnivore items that I wanted, and they populated here on the left side. So when you see the items you want, you just click on it. Like I'm going to go ahead and add the butter and the cheese and the eggs. And you see it populated over here. And then to the right of the item, you'll see how many discounts or deals that are associated with that item. So I'm going to select steak, and you'll see on the right-hand side all the discounts associated with steak. And also, if you don't see the category that you want, you can select specific items by typing it in this box here. And like if I want a specific item like pasture raised eggs, not just eggs, but pasture raised eggs, I'll just type in pasture raised eggs, hit enter, and then it adds that name to the drop down list here below. And you'll see that there are 2 items associated with pasture raised eggs. So when I select that link, there's 2 items there, and it looks like it's at Bel Air and Rayleigh's. So those are my personal go-to hacks for my carnivore lifestyle. This has been news you can use from the carnivore community.
Wow.
I'm in love.
Nice.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
Yes.
Oh, do you guys know how many times I have to call and say, what meat do you have on sale this week? No more
Mhm.
phone calls. Did anybody knew about this before? Look, before
I
y'all
did
heard it.
not.
Never.
Oh my God, this was just like the
Nope.
best thing ever. We can stop the show right now so I can flip.
We've all
Just
been a
go hook
winner
it
right
up.
now.
Oh my gosh, she
Yeah.
has
Nope. I'd
woo
never heard of that
woo.
before.
No, yeah, it's like, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some other things out there, but I really like the flow of that one. You can see the
Yeah.
ads, and it's the groceries that
Yeah.
I need. All right, all
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, hey, G.
I think I'll start off with kind of what I do for some of my routine things that I do. I am a very routine, rigid person. So I do a lot of the same stuff over and over. It's my OCD, but it works out for me and it works out really well with this lifestyle. So my morning routines are the same every single day, as I am going to do some type of exercise. So the only day I take off is Sunday. So every single day, I get up, I ground every day for at least 5 minutes. I stand in the snow if it's winter, rain if it's rainy, or grass if it's summer and spring. And I do that as soon as I get out of bed. I still have my night clothes on, no socks, go right out there and do it. My neighbors, not my problem. They should be looking. It should be close to dark anyway. They're probably like,
Okay,
"Oh
so
my
wait,
god," but
Yeah.
you listen, because I was actually waiting for this show, everybody. Laura's going to talk about personal routines and daily practices,
Yeah.
and I most definitely need that grounding and getting up. But that's what I think about. I'm like, oh man, I don't feel like getting dressed. So you're saying even because there's dew on the ground, but you just said
that's
rain or
perfect.
snow.
You
So
you want that wet because that's going to help you discharge the negative ions. So yeah, electrons will go, and that's perfect. It actually is best in the snow. I noticed it even stronger when I got in the snow. Now, the snow, I only stood there about a minute. That's as long as I've been able to do, but it was still enough. But yeah, I do that every single morning. Sometimes I do it in the backyard where not everybody can see, and sometimes I don't want to walk through the kitchen because he's already got lights on, and I'm like, nope, 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 going straight outside. I don't want to look at no blue lights, no nothing
So
until I
what
get
time?
outside.
What
Soon as
where
I
you
wake up.
okay, but no. As soon as you wake up, but it might still be dark out. So I guess my
Yep.
question, but I thought you were trying to get sunlight as well.
No, we're talking about
You
grounding,
can,
right? Yeah.
but grounding is where you're getting rid of those negative electrons. So you're discharging negative energy that we all carry because we're wearing around shoes all the time. You remember when you was a kid and you'd run in barefoot and everything was like you felt fabulous? It wasn't just because you were a kid, it was because you're getting rid of all of those negative electrons. Everything's kind of copacetic. So you could do this if you live in a city. I did a live with Carnivore Rabbi, and he was like, I live in the city in Chicago. And I'm like, yep. And I was like, hug a tree, put water on the cement. Actually, can stand on the cement and water and do the same thing. But the first thing, and most of the time, it's going to be around 5 o'clock. So the sun is usually starting to come up. And if it is, then I will face the sun and let that hit my eyeballs. If not, then I go back inside because sometimes it is dark when I do that. Maybe it's positive electrons. I don't know. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
negative for my body.
I think that makes
Yeah.
sense, actually. Yep.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that's what I do every single morning. I do not look at any blue lights first thing in the morning before I start to do exercise. And even though it's not sleep hygiene in the morning, I feel like it does help my circadian rhythm stay in balance. I just am wide awake. I may sit there for 5 minutes, kind of quiet on the front porch and just kind of chillax. Then after I do that, then I either am going to do 20 minutes of sprinting where I alternate with walking, kickboxing, weightlifting, stretching routines, rebounder. I'm going to do something, but I do something different every single day. It's not every day.
I
It's not
was
the
okay
same
because I was
exercise.
with you. I'm standing outside and I was like, oh my God, don't let the bugs get on me. But okay.
I don't want to get a tick. I don't want to get a tick, Laura. That's my problem. I don't want to get a tick.
I know.
But I
Me
don't think
either,
you
but
have
I have not.
yeah, I don't think oh, wait a minute.
Ticks are out there in the grass. That's where they live
They are.
at.
But the taller the grass, the worse. So keep your grass nice and short. They don't want that. They like the tall grass.
I don't think I have ticks.
Oh, I think there's ticks in Tennessee. Are you in Tennessee or North Carolina?
I'm
No,
in
no,
North
North
Carolina. I'm talking
Carolina.
about just my backyard. I don't think they're here.
You don't think you got any ticks
I
over
think
there?
right. I think they're at the other people places. They're not at mine.
Maybe.
So yeah, that's what we're
You,
gonna go with.
you can go. Yeah. No, I agree. Another thing that I don't do as much as the doctor's offices would like is health checks. I, after 5 years of doing this, just pay attention to kind of self monitoring of how I feel, things that, and I'm not against going to the physician if it's outside of what I think I can handle, what I can fix myself, whether it be through natural stuff, fasting, just bone broth fast, or just water fast. Then I will go to the doctor. So I have to go yearly to have labs done for my insurance company for our work. So um, I just don't do any, I don't do a lot of that because I don't have the pain. I don't have the acne. I don't have the depression, anxiety. I don't have the hormonal imbalances and I have good energy. So, and my sleep is really, really good, but I'm very good. Robyn, I'm looking at you.
Oh, look.
I'm very, yeah, I'm good for
I
you, but I'm
no, I
very
have
good
an update.
about,
I have look at her. Look at me. A whole week.
yeah. Oh, mhm.
A whole
Wow.
week. Because
Wow.
I needed to see, but I'm gonna wait for my turn. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just am really diligent about not looking at the lights, not looking at computers, not looking at any of that. Hey, Frederick.
Hey,
Um,
Frederick.
before bed, just so that it really does allow you to kind of just calm and stuff like that. So I'm really intentional about doing that. And I had to become intentional
Yeah.
about doing that because before I'd be like, oh, it dinged. I need to see what they said. I don't do that. It's like, so if you don't hear from me, if you send me a Marco Polo really late, I'm probably not going to see it till morning.
You ain't
Okay.
gonna
Just
get
so
that.
you'd have
G
to send
turned
me
her
a Marco
silencer
Polo.
on. Ain't nobody getting through.
Baby,
Yeah.
my
It's like,
phone.
mm-mm.
Listen. Yeah. I'm old school. I'm that one where you had to, if you wanted a phone call, you needed to be at home next to your phone. So when it
Yep.
rings, I just don't jump up and down about it. I just, let the answer machine get it. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do grab it first thing
Another
in the morning.
Yeah, I do after I've been up a while. I have to have done my exercise. And once in a blue moon, about one time a week now, I will drink half of a cup of my organic coffee with the rest of it being water, just black. Um, and I'll sit out on the porch with my husband, something like that, just kind of relaxing. But I don't really do a lot of that. And I don't know. I don't think it bothered me drinking that coffee watered down like that. So I'm going to do that at least once a week, just because I want to sit there with him and drink coffee. So, hydration wise, I I used to kind of follow that mindset of you had to drink half of your ounces in body weight, and I found that that didn't really work out for me because I'm a home health nurse, so I'm constantly between patients and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So right
Yeah.
now I'm okay because we got cornfields that are like 7 foot tall, but
Mm.
they're not always that tall. And I don't really want to, they don't want you using the patients' bathrooms and stuff. Some of the patients you don't want to use the bathrooms,
I know
you
that's
know.
right.
So anyway, I drink to thirst. If I feel like I'm thirsty, I will sit there and drink it. Some days I will do 6, 7 of these. Some days I do 2. And I'm not feeling like I'm dehydrated when I just do that. I just kind of pay attention to that. And then again, as for the sleep, I just really kind of cleaned up that hour ahead of time. And it can be 45 minutes to half hour. I mean, I don't think it's dead set. It has to be that hour. I do think that works the best. Um, but that's just my opinion. Um, I did used to only get 4 hours of sleep a night, and when I started cleaning that stuff up, I get 7 every night easily.
And they
Nice.
good hours too. Oh, Robyn, we got to do better. I am not
Yeah,
kidding. I'll give y'all my
yeah.
report without this watch and how. For those that's listening on the show, last week, one of the things that Robyn is doing, no, Laura is doing, she was just trying to see if wearing
Mhm.
electronics to bed, whether it's the watch, the ring, anything like that, um, and disrupt your sleep. Robyn and I don't have the best of sleep. It's a hit or miss. And
It's a miss
so
and miss.
um I took my watch off for the week. I haven't even worn it in the daytime.
Good
Literally,
for
it's still on the
you.
charger. I have not had it
Wow.
on. Yeah. All right.
Mhm. Yep, so we will see. So, as for success stories, it said share a success story from a viewer who has adopted a similar morning routine and seen positive results. I don't have one. I've had several people that I work with that incorporate those small, short bursts of like um fast, like the running, like the sprinting, some that do the rebounders, some that do just like the bands, like with those stretchy band exercises. But all of them have said how their energy has improved, how they're gaining actual muscle definition, better balance. And that's a big deal for me being in home health. I work with patients on balance, improved gait,
Mhm.
which just means how they walk, how improve their walking, and overall just how they feel eating. And some of my patients have went keto, some are ketovore, and I've had 3 now that have went full carnivore.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm proud of all of them for, and even the ones that have stayed eating kind of standard American diet, even all of those have gotten rid of all the processed stuff, which is
Nice.
still better than what they were doing before. So they're still going to have some, some good side effects from that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. So that's what I had. What about you?
You have actually a question here, and so I'm gonna
Oh,
prop this up. Hi, Leah. Leah Claiborne's here. What are your thoughts on the grounding mats?
You know, wait a minute. They have mats, sheets, all of that, shoes.
Yes.
I have one on my bed. Mm-hmm.
But you
I don't
keep saying you ain't
know.
in good sleep. So
Yeah.
But
Well,
it has other benefits besides that. I'll let Laura go and then I'll talk about
Okay.
yes.
the benefits to
Yeah,
that.
I don't know about the grounding like you get when you stand out on the earth or touch the tree. I've never had it, so I can't really say like I think it's great. It's plugged into an electrical outlet, so that's kind of my thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
probably not going to get one.
It is. It plugs
Yeah.
into the ground, so you know how the electrical outlet has 3
Mhm. Yep.
ports, and
Yep.
one of those is a
Yep.
ground, so it's plugged
Sure.
into that.
Yeah.
But what I can say about the grounding mat, yes, my sleep sucks, but my husband's sleep is amazing. He said he had the
Mhm.
most amazing dreams when we first got this thing, like about 3 or 4 years ago. His dreams were
Yeah.
so vivid, he could remember his dreams, and it was just really incredible. And then the other thing was I could not lift my arm. My shoulder was
Oh, yeah.
jacked up. And basically sleeping on that grounding mat healed that shoulder. It was
Yep.
pretty impressive because it was messed up for a long time. And I thought, well, I'm not going to have full mobility in my shoulder. But eventually the shoulder just started acting normal again.
well, I
So
know people in
that
the
was pretty good.
comments would probably think like me. It's like, no, carnivore, but you've actually been sleeping on these
This is
sheets.
for 4 years, and it way before carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, this
That's
happened way
good.
before carnivore. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I
they
do
have
see
the sheets
see
or
benefits
the
to it.
pad.
I have a grounding mat. So I
Okay.
have a small mat. I don't know. I guess it's about maybe 2.5 feet long. And I have
Almost
one
the
on my
size of a
side and one
truck.
on my
Like if
husband's
you
side. So I just lay on it and it discharges those positive electrons, just like what you'd say with standing outside. So it's pretty, it's pretty good. I like it. And it works. It absolutely does work.
I do.
So
I actually have a voltage meter actually right behind me on
yeah.
my shelf. So yeah, you could tell, and that's actually how I got my husband to actually ground. I was like, watch, and I
Mm-hmm.
showed him, and he was like, oh,
Yes.
okay. And I was like, I know you thought it was woo woo.
Yeah. I mean, yep. Carnivores woo woo too. So yeah.
That's right.
okay, we
All right.
got
Are you ready for me?
yes, we
Yeah.
are
All right.
ready for you.
So I am talking tonight about supplementation and enhancements. And so this is really, we're talking about personal health hacks. So what I would love to see is if you're taking any supplements, have they helped you? So if you could just drop that down in the chat box, that would be really, really good. For me, I just brought my supplements up so that I could kind of talk through the ones that I'm using. Why am I using it? And have I seen any benefits from it? So I'm going to start with this right here. This is Lugol's iodine. So I had been hearing about this. Of course, Dr. Elizabeth Bright talks a lot about iodine and the benefits of iodine. I actually got a question on my channel because every day I'm posting a video and I'm putting iodine in my decaf coffee. And so people were like, well, what is the iodine for? So iodine supports thyroid health. It's crucial for the production of thyroid hormones. And Dr. Elizabeth Bright says almost all of us are iodine deficient in our today's society. Our ground is depleted. We do not get the iodine that we need from our food, and so we probably need to have iodine supplementation. Cognitive function. So I'm doing various things to help with my cognitive function. If you guys know me, if you watch my channel, I talk a lot about the fact that I have dementia and Alzheimer's in my family, and my goal is not to have that. So iodine is one of the things that's going to help with that. It also supports the immune system. It supports your hormonal balance. And it also detoxifies. One of the things that I totally forgot about was when I was a kid, my grandmother had iodine. And if you got a cut, she was going to fire you up with some iodine.
Yep.
That stuff burned like the dickens. I
Yep.
don't know if y'all remember that, but it's a detoxification. I mean, it says it eliminates heavy metals and other toxic substances. So if you got a cut, you was getting some iodine back in the day when I was a kid. And then it also supports reproductive health. Well, I'm beyond those years, thank the Lord.
Yes.
But if you're in childbearing age and you want to have children, then iodine is very critically important for you for your reproductive health. It says here that it can affect fertility and pregnancy outcomes. So deficiency in iodine can lead to issues such as goiters, hypothyroidism, and developmental problems in children. If we think about this, basically, if we're all iodine deficient, aren't all of our kids also iodine deficient? And they're not getting, I'm just taking I'm increasing my drops. I'm up to 8 drops of the 2% USP. But basically, I was thinking about my grandkids. Don't they need some iodine in their little whatever they're drinking? So that's a thought, is that they're probably deficient in iodine too. So the next one I'm going to talk about is D3 plus K2. So I've been taking vitamin D for a very long time. And so I went to the doctor several years back. She put me on 10,000 IU of D3. I didn't know anything about K2 at that time. But Laura told me about this because the K2 helps support the D3 to get into the cells and do whatever it needs to do inside the body. So what are the benefits of D3? D3 supports bone health. It provides immune system support. It supports mental and mood health, right? So if you're low on D3, you may be feeling depression. You may be in a bad mood all the time. This is how I was when I was low on D3. Those 10,000 IU of D3 really did help me. And then also I was super, super tired all the time before I started taking this. Not that I'm not still tired, but I can tell the difference. When I don't take it, I can tell the difference. It also supports cardiovascular health and muscle function. And then the K2 supports bone health, cardiovascular health, dental health, which I have sensitive teeth. So I'm hoping eventually the combination of this plus Laura's amazing, delicious cinnamon toothpaste powder will eventually take care of that tooth sensitivity. So you combine this because it has a synergistic effect on bone and heart health, and enhances your immune function. It also says it does reduce the risk of chronic disease. So that's another really good one that I take. In addition to that, I have a couple of other things that I'm currently using. I use collagen peptides. I've been using collagen for many, many years. And what I can say about this is that my hair grew like crazy when I started taking this. My nails are still kind of weak, they break off real easy and stuff, but this worked on my hair like crazy. And I know that G started taking it, and look at her hair, how long it is, y'all. So collagen provides several benefits. It says here that collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. So collagen is a protein. It's vital for maintaining the structure and integrity of various tissues. So skin health, it supports joint health, bone health. It supports increasing muscle mass, also supports gut health, hair and nail growth. This is the one thing I can say that my hair grew like crazy. And the other thing about my hair was thinning. On keto, I lost a whole bunch of hair. like my hair was falling out in gobs. I lost like half of my hair. And then I started taking collagen. My hair is thick like it was when I was a kid now. So I'm thinking that that was one of the benefits of the collagen. And it's like, you know, the texture of it is very thick and I don't know, thick, y'all. It's thick. It supports heart health, wound healing, weight management. Now, I didn't see no weight loss just from this, to be honest. It didn't make me lose weight, but you know, it has great benefits. One other thing that I've been taking recently, and I picked this up at Hack Your Health. This is called Keto Brains Nootropic. This is something that I started taking after Hack Your Health. I did a 30-day challenge using this. It's expensive, you guys, to be honest. It's like $50 for the bag. But when I took it for 30 days and I stopped taking it for 2 days, I immediately went and ordered the bag because there was such a stark difference in the way my brain was functioning using that. So it really helps me. And, you know, again, I'm really focused on my brain health, and I was starting to see some sort of cognitive decline, inability to be able to recall. I would be getting lost places and just weird stuff happening with my brain. And so I really, really like this. I know some people won't want to take it because of the ingredients. It does have carbs, but I'm willing to take the 4 carbs that it has because of the benefit that it's giving me regarding my brain health. So then I want to just talk a little bit about element electrolyte supplementation. So we know that a lot of times when you're on ketogenic diet, when you're getting onto it, particularly, you are going to be flushing out a whole bunch of water, all of that inflammation that you've been carrying around, and you need to supplement with electrolytes. You don't have to supplement with element electrolytes. There's a variety of different products out there, and you can make your own at home too. So you don't have to purchase something and spend a whole bunch of money. You can buy all the products and, you know, make it yourself for real, real cheap. But particularly at the beginning, and if you're prone to like leg cramps, a lot of times I get leg cramps at night. I will be stretching and my calves will just seize up, my toes cramp up and stuff like that. So I've continued, even though I've been on carnivore for a very long time. So Julia's asking what's in it. Which item are you talking about? And I'll make sure that I let you guys know. So, you know, basically this is really, really good. It helps a lot with those leg cramps and stuff like that. This has sodium, magnesium, and potassium. So I'm wondering if she's asking about that other product I was looking at. The other thing is salt. So this salt is an electrolyte. And I use a lot of salt. This is Redmond's real salt. You can get Celtic or Celtic salt. You know, you can get pink Himalayan salt. Just don't get the Umbrella Girl salt, you guys. Stay away from Umbrella Girl. She's deceiving you because Umbrella Girl got sugar in her salt.
Yes.
I was telling this to my cousin who was just here visiting, and I'm like, Umbrella Girl has sugar in her salt, which is just really shameful. So make sure that you're getting a pure salt, and that I really like Redmond's real salt. And so I use that a lot. I use their organic seasoned salt as well. Not this month because I'm not using it, but basically most of the time I use their organic seasoned salt. So I'm going to go back to this Keto Brains Nootropics because I'm assuming that this is what my friend is asking me about.
Yep, that's what she's asking.
Yep.
Yes. So Keto Brain, I'm going to just kind of read a little bit about this. So it says focus and clarity on demand. And what it has in it is alpha GPC, It says it's regarded as one of the most effective brain nutrients in the world. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And then it has lion's mane mushroom, which supports brain health by stimulating production of NGF and BDNF. It says, think of BDNF as the miracle grow of the brain, fertilizing the brain cells. It has L-theanine, which is an amino acid that works to increase GABA. Don't ask me what all these acronyms stand for, but increases GABA, which is a neurotransmitter, which produces a calming effect in the brain. And let me tell you, it really, really does produces that calming effect in the brain. So L-theanine is, you can get it as a supplement as well. And then, of course, MCT. So we know that, MCT oil is a popular thing with ketogenic diets. A lot of people do like MCT oil in their bulletproof coffees and stuff like that. So MCT is converted into ketones in the liver. And then, of course, the ketones cross the blood-brain barrier. I love this product, you guys. I loved it so much that I contacted them and said, hey, give me a code. I want to affiliate with you guys. This really, really helped me. So how do I consume the brain supplement? I add it to my decaf coffee. This is actually a coffee creamer. It does not have any sweetener though. So it's not sweet. It does have MCT, which we know comes from coconut. So this is not a carnivore product, but it's really helping me with my brain health. So I put it in my decaf coffee every single morning. And, as a carnivore, I would really, really prefer if it didn't have carbs. I don't want any carbs, but the benefit to me outweighed the risk of those 4 total carbs that it has. So
do you know what was the carbs? Do you know what in it made the carbs?
So I'm assuming that it's the mushroom. Here's the ingredients. I'm just going to read it out. C8 MCT powder, coconut milk powder, lion's mane mushroom, L-theanine, and alpha GPC.
It's probably the coconut milk
Maybe so.
powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I really, really like it. It's definitely, I see Arlene putting in here that she watched our interview with Benjamin.
Yeah, I was gonna I put that up, but I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
So one success story that I want to highlight, and I want to talk about the carnivore mommy because she talks about iodine and how much it helped her. And she really, really touts the benefits of a high dose of iodine. So I wanted to mention her because, she's a success story with iodine, and she really comes in. I wish she was here tonight, but so she definitely has talked about the benefits, and she's using I'm using the 2% USP. She's using 5%, and she's using quite a lot of it. And she says that it's really, really helped her. Okay, G, you're up.
All right. Okay, so let me just start. I'm gonna recap really quick. Laura, because she didn't get her title, I tried to for y'all, but in Laura's, she was talking about personal routines and daily practices. And Frederick, if you still on here, when we open our eyes in the morning, we're gonna go ahead and walk out into the backyard. It's gonna be something for me that on my feet, but I'm gonna do it. And then, of course, Robyn has talked about the supplements, enhancements, and I wanted to add before I get to mine, I wanted the question of oil pulling, because when you started talking about the toothpaste and then you corrected it to powder, and now I was sitting here and I said, oh, but what if she dipped her brush in some coconut oil, put the tooth powder, which then becomes a paste, which led me to ask about oil pulling. And I'm putting that out. What are your thoughts on oil pulling before I get to my part?
Yes. I would say if you have dental work, like if you have fillings or if you have had root canals, I would be doing coconut pulling, oil pulling every single morning and probably for as long as you can do it, 20 minutes if you can. 5 minutes is pretty much average. But yes, my mother actually buys my tooth powder at a discount because she's my mama anyway. And then she mixes hers in another container with coconut oil, and she actually, does that every day.
Okay, so then
Oh, I'm
Leah,
sorry.
I know. Go ahead. Leah said, Leah, let me tell you, first of all, yes, you're gonna take, let's say this was coconut oil, right? This is actually some palm oil. And then you get your little spoon and you spoon it and you put it in your mouth. Woo, 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 woo. So then I let that kind of melt in the mouth. And now it is just you going back and forth, working that.
Swish.
I barely get
Don't
to 5
swallow it.
minutes.
Don't swallow it.
No, you don't swallow it. So here's another
No.
thing. I recommend you have a paper towel. You put it in a paper towel, throw it in the trash, and then finish whatever else you're doing.
Yes.
Don't throw that grease down your thing. All right. Do not laugh at me, everybody, because I am doing show and tell. My portion is about exercise and fitness regimens. So you I promise y'all I'm trying. I really, really am, because I'll say it again. I went to the gym 6 months straight, 7 days a week, and I lost 10 pounds.
You was a
Now it's
vegan.
about, huh?
You were vegan
And I was vegan, girl. Why are you telling all the good business?
because
All right.
you couldn't
The
make
first,
no muscle with being vegan.
I know. So the first thing I'm gonna show you, okay, this part I really want to encourage you. Now, if I say to you, I have a home gym, something comes into your mind, but I'm gonna show you my home gym, right? And then I'm gonna show you what I do on these things and even prices. So this is what it looks like right there.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get to go in, and y'all know I got that from Alaska, Bill in Alaska. So that's stepper. So these are all things that I have that's around in my room, right? And so now let me show you. There we go. Okay. Y'all be kind.
I love this. I would have to hold on to that handle. I love it.
The purpose of me doing that was to really show you, number one, okay, y'all, I'm finna give my secret, and this has nothing. I ain't trying to get a dime out of you. Temu. So that little mat, what was that? Like $6. I think one of the that is actually a planking bar that you can use, right? So there were these two bars up there that I was actually holding on to, and they had pads for my elbows, but you can also do push-ups from it as well. That was $22 on Temu. The jump rope, the hula, the jump rope was probably $6. The other thing was probably $7. That step that I have, that's at the lowest, but if you take the bottom off, look, flip it and reverse it, it'll be twice as tall. So when you're in the they have the different levels, you can do that. I can't even tell you, I've had that thing probably 30 years, if not longer. So it's been hanging with me. The rebounder and the vibration plate, like I said, I got that from Bill, through Bill Knott, going through Life Pro. But guess what, they had them on Temu too. And out of everything that I've ordered off of Temu, I would say 80% of it has been like, what? It's been one of those numbers. Okay. What else is up there? Oh, the one thing I didn't do was the yoga ball, the big ball. And normally when I sit on it, it's for balance. It's to help me with my balance. So I'll go back and go forward. I kind of go to the side to really hold myself still. I try to work on that. The jumping of the rope, now that little stair climber thing is not for everybody, because it's your
Right.
weight that you are pushing back on, right? Once again, that helps with my balance. And let me tell y'all something. When your girl was like 200 pounds, y'all try. That was like really carrying 200 pounds up the stairs. At least now it's a little better, but you saw. And then once you start doing it and it really works. The longest I've been able to do that is 6 minutes. That's it.
Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, but it's been a moment, and it did. That was when I was doing all that gym. Yeah, I was able to do that. So now with that, I've shown you most of those things. The two things that you can't would be and the rebounder, you can actually put it up against a wall. The treadmill, Frederick and I, we've had that for like 15 years. Yeah, it's still hanging in there, probably because I don't use it all the time. But anyway, it's hanging in there. And then you have the weight bench. Everything else in there is less than $10 for the most part, and can slide under your bed. So yeah, I don't have an excuse. And I'm dragging y'all with me. Y'all in the comments and live we have no excuse. Because I know all of y'all not exercising either. Now
I'm walking now.
Yes, you are. Wait a minute. What B say? She's so proud of herself this morning.
Completed 10 laps in 14 feet deep water. Nice. In between laps, I sprint. So now I swim 3 days a week. On the other 2 days, I'll share the YouTube exercises I do. Nice.
Y'all are putting me to shame. Why don't you? Oh my goodness.
That's incredible. Good for you.
I know, Robyn.
But I was doing good. I'm just walking like maybe.
No, you are walking. That's what I'm saying. She'll contact me and say, G, I'm tired. I want to take a nap, but I got out and walked. I'm like, yes. And I love it, but I ain't doing it. Frederick, if you in here, Frederick, we got to do better. I'm dragging him.
Frederick, the reason he isn't drawn to do it is because he is an animal, and when he lost his weight, all his freaking biceps came
Muscles just came popping out.
I
Mhm.
know. I'm like, how rude.
I know.
I had
I
to work
know.
super hard to get my biceps.
I know. I now let me see. So with the workout routine, I've given you an opportunity to see that, and I want to talk about even the braces in my mouth. Um, I've had this is not my first round with braces. I had them when I was younger, and I didn't wear the retainer. I'm grown now. I can tell the truth. I really didn't wear it. And then when I went to pop it back in, it didn't fit. Then my wisdom teeth came in, and they came in like this, and they shifted the bottom, which uh it is what it is. And then later in life, like a couple years back, 2020, there you go. It was 2020. I did like the Invisalign, and then they shifted my line. My top and bottom did not line up. And then I decided to go with braces again. And so here we are. Now let me say this. I went to get my stuff adjusted, and I said to them, I need you to double this up. This taking too long. I'm actually ready for them to come off now. And so they did. Y'all, I have no mouth pain.
That's
I
crazy.
almost want to say that, did you really, really? Because when I walked over to say goodbye, because my orthodontist told me he was a carnivore. That's a whole nother story for something else.
What?
But yes.
Oh,
So I was trying to explain, and he was like, I'm a carnivore. I'm like, shut it up. So here we are. We're doing that. And then I went over. He said, your mouth sore? And I was like, no. Mm-mm. And it hasn't. So, wait a minute. So let me tell you how I tied this together, because I'm going to get some credit somewhere. I think about like Dr. Chafee and Dr. Bates when they talk about like all that working out and their muscles don't get sore. Okay, well, I ain't work out. The only thing I've been doing is eating, and my gums didn't. My gums didn't get sore. So it must be carnivore. That's a win for me.
Yes.
Now, mental and physical synergy. What balances me? A hug from Frederick. That I'm just being truthful, and I'll be honest. On here every week, I make a plan. I really, really do. I'm super excited, and right now, I'm saying first thing in the morning, I'm going to walk outside. It's like when I am going to go. And you say 5 minutes. How long you say to stand out there?
about 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. So there
You
you
can do
go.
it.
And I am going to invest in a mat, a grounding mat. Even though I'm going outside, I'm gonna try this sleep. What do you think in the comments or anything about oh, I'm glad Leah said that, because I want to address that. Um what do you think? No, she did that. So let me say this. Laura, what do you think about this? Well, you're not a dentist, but yes, they talk about because it has some mercury in the fillings, but
Get 'em out.
the mercury, right? That's the reason why they took it out. So now there's that expansion. It's in there really good. The problem with the white that they're now doing is that it doesn't adhere, it contracts. So eventually it allows food and particles to get back in. The amalgam, the reason why they're taking them out, because they expand, they are locked in there. And if they're in there, the only thing they talked about is pretty much like you might get a crack in the tooth, and then you got to do whatever. There was a dentist that recommended, if don't just take it out, because they still got to get more of the tooth out. Then Laura says use the tooth powder and don't worry about any of this, and put it on, and it even help with decay. So doggone it. So do the tooth powder and the oil pulling, honey, and you gonna make it to the pearly gates with beautiful teeth. There you go. So, but
She
I
said
can't.
oil pulling made her sick, but I mean, I'm not sure why that would happen.
I've had other people that did oil pulling years ago when I worked down at the bigger hospital. A gal,
I
she
can
was like,
feel
I've
you.
been doing oil pulling. I'm like, that's good. And she was like, yeah, but it's like I'm getting sick. And I'm like, yes, you're pulling up all these toxins out.
In your
And
mouth.
so you got to
That's why you
make sure
don't
you
wanna
got to get
swallow
it
that.
all out. Brushing
Mhm.
your tongue after you're done, rinsing your mouth out, making sure you're not taking any of that in. And once she really started making a practice of doing that, she did better.
I think I would do better if I did it for 5 minutes, spit it out, and put some more in my mouth. Holding that in my mouth for 20 minutes just not happening. That just the
It's
thought
hard.
of it. That's too much for me. That is.
Yeah.
So, but if I
And on Leah's comment real quick, I do think that if you have, especially if you have the mercury fillings on the top, I do think that is something that could be worrisome. And I do think it's very, very, very expensive to have them take them out if you go to a doctor that's going to remediate that. Because if you watch them when they take those mercury fillings out, they literally look like they have hazmat suits on. That's how dangerous that stuff is. I had two uncles that were both dentists. Both of them died from Parkinson's from mercury poisoning. Both of them.
Wow.
And I think if you talk to a lot of dentists that have been around the other dentists, they'll tell you how many they knew that they also had that. So it's
Mm.
very expensive to get it done. If you can't afford to get that done, then I would do all these other things to do the best that you possibly can. Um, but yeah, I
I
mean,
got two left,
it's by the brain,
and they at the top.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They are, because I thought the white looked better, so I was just having them replaced. I thought, oh yeah, take that out, take that out, put something else in there. All right, so a success story. Honestly, I pick Robyn as my success story for yes, because I
Mm.
have been listening to you. I love your diligence in coming in, sharing your vulnerability in regards to, hey, I'm not losing weight. Hey, I'm not sleeping.
Mhm.
And I love the fact you don't give up on you.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you are constantly trying to figure this thing out, because that's one of the things that we say. Find what works for you. And you have really been inspiring me. I kid you not. That, you'll send me a message. I'm like, she outside again, walking. Oh Lord. I still ain't went out. I still ain't went out. But you took control of your health and your exercise, and you're actually doing something about it versus me. So you are my spotlight. Thank you, ladies, both of you guys, for being here. Thank you for befriending me. Thank you for staying on top of everything. And there we are, guys. That's the show.
That's the
That's
show.
the show. We made it.
We
But
did.
yeah, so you are my person. You really, really are. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
All right. Well, listen,
Can I
what's going on?
can I show something real quick?
Oh, of course.
So I'm going to do a live, just like probably making one of my products. I've had some people that wanted to see how I make different things, but I wanted to show something that one of my customers sent to me. And she goes by Annie. I think is it Annie 461. So these are, what did she call them? She has a cute little name for them. They're like cup coasters, or let's see.
Maybe that's why we ain't sleeping. We got mercury in our mouth.
Well, maybe.
Oh, that's what I
Yeah,
was going
let
to
me
ask.
see. Yeah, go ahead.
Magnets.
Mug rubs.
I had to write it down because I'll forget again. So that was one of
Yeah.
the other things. I know not to wear like the watch, but how do you feel about the ring that has the magnet and so on and so forth? Magnets? Yeah, the copper magnet break. Now I will say, before you shoot it down, that sciatic nerve that was like humming, it's like I was well into 7 months of just agony, and it would and you go to the doctor and say my pain level would never reach a 0. I would say my hip is humming. That would be it, because it was like it was a slight just right there. And even if you did this, it just didn't matter. The story that I like telling is I found this copper bracelet with the magnets in it that I saw my daughter wear. And so I'm thinking it's hers. And then Frederick, we in the bathroom, he was like, "Oh, you found my bracelet." And I looked down and I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, what is?
Yeah.
Better than that, what would you be doing with it?" He said, "No, when I was golfing," and it just all made sense. He said that was what someone said. And I say, "It's for pain." And then I stopped. And then I realized my hip wasn't humming. And I said, "Wait a minute." Yeah. So I took it off. By the next day, the hum was back. I put that bracelet on. I didn't stop wearing the bracelet until Carnivore. And even for the times that I was telling you guys, I'm telling you, I had bracelets on both wrists, and I bought them for my ankles. I used to say I was Wonder Woman. Pow, pow, pow. I had my
And the
shield.
belt buckle.
Yes. So
Yeah. No, I do think magnets and copper are probably good. And I think if the ring isn't giving off you don't have to charge the ring, or do you? Yeah. I think that's the difference. I think that's the difference. So but yeah, I would do that because I do think that helps. I've seen that in a lot of different things. So these are called mug rugs. So isn't that cute with the little cupcake print? So
that is.
I'm using that for my bone broth when I do my bone broth, but she makes those and she gives them away. Like she won't take, although I think she should sell them. I'm just saying you should sell them. I would buy them. But I thought they
Okay,
were
well,
really
how
cute.
about, wait a minute, add them to your site.
Well, but she's the one making them. I can't add them to my site.
Who is she?
But just
It's
to
her
know,
name, Annie. It's ANNE 461. Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice. And
no, so what I'm saying
461.
is put a couple up on your site, they sell, you let her know, and then, show her the same way that I showed you. Just go ahead and do.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
but I
thought.
thought
would
they
buy
were.
that.
There she is.
Yeah.
I would buy it.
Oh, look, you know what? Look, Laura.
Hey,
Didn't I
hey.
tell you last time I do not like Bud Light? That's my husband.
No Bud Light.
Okay. On Robyn and I did an interview. We met this guy at Hack Your Health. And ironically, someone just said that they just saw that interview. Guys, go and watch that interview with Ben. That thing was we did that Saturday. He said, no Bud Light.
Fascinating.
Oh, it is. And Laura, I would love to hear your input, because he got me researching, and once again, that structured water, and just seeing that's magnets as well, because I've been doing my research and stuff on it. And I mean, just listening to him made the water in my body jump. Water, living life just goes on. There's a lot to water. I used to look at water and it's like, oh God, I gotta drink some more of this. After listening to him, there is a total different outlook for water.
Right.
I am not kidding. watch that interview that we did with him, and we're gonna have him back. What is it, like August 31st or something?
Yeah, sometime in August. Yes.
At the end of August, whatever that Saturday is. But you guys will have a chance to see. It was yeah, that
That's a
was
good one.
like really. Actually, I didn't even want to interview. I wanted to sit back and just listen to him. Yeah, he's a hoot. Other than
Yeah.
that, what you guys got going on this week?
Ooh, I'm gonna let Laura go first because I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna, like I said, I've had some people ask a couple of the different products that I make if I would do a live. It'll probably have to be Friday or Saturday at some point. I do have a client that I'll be working with Saturday, so it'll either be pretty early morning or late afternoon, and I'm not sure which one. So yeah,
Yeah. So for
that's
me,
all I have.
I am finishing up my July challenge on the 31st, and I'm starting an August challenge on August 1st. So actually, my July challenge was very successful, I would say. We'll see where I land with weight loss, but it's probably right around or close to 5 pounds in a month, which is pretty good for me because I haven't lost weight in a long time. In August, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So there's a video coming out about that. It is going to be a challenge. I am inviting folks to join me. I do have a Google Doc for you if you want to join me in that challenge. So that will be all included in the video that I'm putting up about that. This coming weekend is my anniversary, so I will not be going live on Saturday because Saturday is my anniversary. So 16-year anniversary.
Yay!
Yeah, so I won't be going live this Saturday, but I might go live around some other time. I'll just, go live spontaneously. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'm doing these daily videos, and I'm encouraged to continue to do that. So we'll see how long I can keep it up.
Well, one of the things I want to add to the community that we are going to kick off memberships. So on our individual channels, however, because we all stream out to our channel, so it's whoever it is that you came in with. This week, we're going to set up most of us have our memberships anyway, but the highest one membership will get you in, but it also gets you into a private group with us in the group where you actually have access to us. Now, Lauren already told you she's asleep. I already told you where my phone is. So this is things that happen throughout the day where you don't have to wait for a particular moment or anything. So an example, I had briskets with some eggs over it. I go in there, I show, answer questions. We do these different things. And so that's one of the things that we're going to start promoting, that you get the FeLions on the back end. So if when you see that, if it's something that you are interested, if you can come through Laura, you can come through Robyn, you can come through me, doesn't matter. It's $19.99 a month. That gives you us 7 days a week.
24/7 access.
Yeah. So we're trying that. I think we're going to really, really, really like it. I am not kidding. It gets us to now the app that we're using is Marco Polo. So if you already have that app, it's great. If not, you would have to download the app. It's a video app. So that means, hey, Laura, this is what's going on. What is this? Hey, look, hey, Robyn, I have you're able to see. But then if you say, oh, I don't know if I want to see y'all. So then you hold the phone like this and just make sure that your ceiling fan is clean. I don't care. You could talk like that. You can turn it around. You can have it, you don't have to be on video. The great thing is it is having access, period. So I hope you guys like that. Love to have you over into the group. This is you get to reach us at any time. Bam, 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 bam. Now, it's not a counseling session. So, Laura, if you want her to go over your labs and stuff like that, keep in mind whatever you're saying on here, we all hear it, right? So it's questions. It's today I had this and thought this right here was pretty cool. You might want to show it. Hey, anybody else has tried this? We're in their wonderful community. That's the goal. Okay.
Couple
See?
questions coming in. Let me pop these up. Who's Your Carnivore wants to know, are any of you doing a Healing Humanity fundraiser? The date's coming up soon.
We will be back on Carrie's channel with that. A lot of people I'll leave it for when we are over there. So be looking out for that. Yes. Be looking out for that. What else?
Hey Laura, can you recommend a functional nutrition certification program?
I have not heard of a functional nutritional certificate program. I've heard of the Standard American Diet Nutritional Certification Program. So if somebody out there has heard of a functional nutrition certificate program, that would be great. Otherwise, most all of them that I've seen.
I have. I just interviewed Alyssa Rogers, I think her last name is. She is a proper human diet coach. She's in proper human diet. Dr. Berry.
Dr. Berry.
Dr. Berry's PhD group. She's one of the PhDs in that group. And so she is a Primal Health Institute coach. And Primal Health Institute has a functional nutrition certification. So I was just looking at that because it's the direction I'm trying to go in here in at some point in the future. Yes, is to get my sort of health coach certification. But yes, she said that is one that she's planning to go for. So check it out.
Nice.
Okay, so there is evidently a meetup in Indiana on August 4th. Hopefully they have that up on the low carb events.
Brett, did you guys put this up on the low carb events site? I love that 1-for-1 donation. That's amazing. I was going to try to make it to the meetup, but it's my anniversary weekend. I've missed 3 of your meetups. So the next one,
I need to call Robyn first to make sure she's free.
Please.
Y'all so sad. Schedule. What are y'all doing? Yeah. So actually on the 4th, that week, Frederick and I, we will be, that's the plan, Orlando for the, don't get me to tell the story. The Keto Orlando. There we go. Keto Orlando. This is where we will be, this weekend. Well, come on now. So we'll be there. And so on that website, you can find all of this stuff. And then Laura and Robyn, I'm still jacking the names up, y'all. Robyn and I and a bunch of you guys, we will be on the Carnivore cruise. Frederick and I will be celebrating 20 years of marriage. We'll be fresh off of our 20-year vow renewal. I think of what I want to say for these next 20 years. So, all right, guys, that's it. We will see you guys next week. Thank you all for. Let me see. Break a leg. I know Renee showed up a little late.
That's okay.
That is up. There it is, right there.
Woo-hoo! Yay!
Yep.
Area 66. I'll see you there.
We're gonna be there. So Robyn will be there. I will be there. What happened on the ship? Stay on the ship. No, I'm just kidding. Don't come back and say,
Shit.
"Ooh, her on the ship." The pictures, the everything. We're gonna have a great time.
Yes.
That we will. All right, guys. Until next week.
Bye.
We will see
Yeah.
you.